हेलो एवरीवन, हाउ यू ऑल? कैसे हैं आप सभी लोग? आई होप यू ऑल मस्ट बी हैविंग अ ग्रेट टाइम. वेलकम बैक टू द क्लास. आई एम अंकित रोथान and we are going to proceed ahead in our world geography mapping series which we had already started for your prelims 2026. Now in this particular lecture we are going to pick a new most complex continent over here, that is Africa, the most relevant for your examination, because if you will see the last 5 year prelims examination, you will be finding 1 to 2 question fixed from African continent, right? So we'll be understanding that. But those people who are coming directly to this video, let me tell you that we have started this series from South America. We have completed this. Then in 3 parts we have completed this. Then North America in 2 parts I have made this, right? And we have not only those people who are following wholeheartedly, and I know many of you are following and waiting for the video too. I'm seeing your comments, really appreciative of your dedication, right? They must be understanding that we have not just understood it in 15-20 minutes. We have given it the required time. We have not cut short any information, and we have tried to take down it once for all, guys. Now we will be able to revise it under 5 to 10 minutes. But if we would have seen the shortcuts, if we would have gone for the shortcuts, then neither we would have stored the information nor we would have been able to revise that information in short time. So understand the importance. That is why I will ask the new students who are watching this video to start from the starting, that is South American continent, right? Now those who are following dedicatedly, let us proceed ahead and understand, not only understand but have this African continent on your hand, on your tips, guys. Let me tell you, once you are done away with African continent, you will feel like, because over here you have to understand the 54 countries, 54 countries over here with their physical feature, political feature, and other features we will be seeing over here. Once you will be understanding that, you will be feeling like the entire world geography is a cakewalk, because after that, very like less complex continent will be there, like Europe and Asia, right? And Australia and Antarctica too we are going to see. Now Africa we are going to focus. This is part number 1. As you must knowing the ideologies of the classes, that how we will be understanding or how we are understanding the continents. First we will be having the political base. This is the understanding political base. Now over here the political base is complex, but once we will be making this political base, then to understand the physical features will be very easy for us. Once you know that where is Tanzania, where is Mozambique, where is Cote d'Ivory, where is Gambia, where is Gabon, then you will be understanding the lakes, river path, mountains, deserts, right? So over here this is very important to make, and you must be understanding that too as we are moving ahead. Again, don't have this mindset that we will, generally what happens that we want to see the videos which are shorter in length, 10 to 15 minutes. A real culture is rising because we want things to get very easily available to us in a short time, which is not with me, guys. I am taking the required time, not extra, not less, the required time which is needed, so that you should have all the relevant information important for your examination. Not only this, but any exam you sit with now, you will be good to go, and you are the best competitor amongst your fellow aspirants, right? So this political feature will be understanding. Physical feature we will be putting the stress upon. Now first understanding will be political feature, where we will be seeing the places which has been present in news too, because African region is the most chaotic region, where you will be finding the more civil wars. Apart from Middle East too, civil wars are going on. The problem here is there are a lot of countries and there are a lot of civil wars is going on. Lot of terrorist groups, lot of anti-government groups you will be finding over here. A lot of tribal groups you will be finding over here. So all that we have to absorb, right? So don't worry about that. Just stay connected the way you are. See the lecture smoothly. We will be understanding all the information. You will not know that when you have got all this information. Just stay connected, right? And again, when I'm saying that practice this thing by pausing the video, guys. Okay? So let us start this. Already we have covered the South American and North American continent. So I'll be arranging the information. I'll be asking you information regarding that. We'll be revising the physical feature, political feature of these two continents over here with respect to Africa too, when we'll be covering it. First of all, our understanding how we were taking. First of all, for our understanding, we were taking 3 lines, that is 0 degree, equator over here. Now you know from South America where it passes by. Can you just revise from where it passes by? In Africa, you will be finding the 0 degree. Again, the most complex countries you will be finding, but we will be understanding it. Don't worry about it. Then you are finding that over here, you will be seeing Tropic of Cancer also passes. This is 23.5. And from here, you will be finding this Tropic of Capricorn also gets passed. Capricorn, 23.5 degrees south. From where it gets passed upon, we will be seeing. But over here in with respect to South America, you know. Can you tell me Tropic of Capricorn, which are the countries which are present in South America from which it passes by? And this is 0 degree. Right. Now I have told you that you should have a rough idea that where these continents are located basically. And this is the 0 degree Greenwich meridian. It will be passing 0 degree longitude. In South America, you must be knowing roughly that it is between 12 degree to 56 degree. It is between 28, 27 degree to 96 degree. Roughly, I have told you to understand that South America is like in between these latitudes and longitudes. In the previous lecture, you must be getting. This North America must be starting from below than 12 degree and it is going till over here 80 degree, 78 degree you will be finding. Right, from here if you will be taking the longitudinal extent, then it will be starting from somewhere you will be finding 20 degree or 15 degree. It will vary over here, right, to your 178 degree or 180 degree. Roughly you have to know. You will also be knowing that this South America is basically not, in the northern hemisphere. The smaller part is there. Only this part is in the northern hemisphere. Rest around 90% of the mass is in the southern horizon, right, southern hemisphere. Whereas the North America is entirely into the northern hemisphere, that is into also northwestern hemisphere, right? Now our area of understanding is Africa, and from the African point of view, all these lines becomes important. All these lines passing from which countries becomes important. Okay. Over here, first of all, what I want you to understand from African point of view is what are these latitudes which Africa is present in. So what you will be finding that now see the comparison, guys, because it will help you when you will be making the map by yourself. It will be helping you to place this African continent. You will not be placing Africa lower part nearer to South America, because South America lower part is approximately 56 degree and over here you will be finding it's approximately will be 35 degree south. Whereas the northern part from here, this is 0 degree. This is around 37 degree north. Right, take this. No need to again, just have a rough understanding. Nobody will ask you this. This is for your purpose, right? Now over here, when you will be seeing this particular part over here, then you will be finding it is approximately 17 degree to 20 degree east to over here to 51 degree west, because it is present in the western hemisphere also, eastern hemisphere also, northern hemisphere also, southern hemisphere also. Right, so like this you have to understand it. Also in the western hemisphere it is less, guys. Western hemisphere में less है, ज़्यादातर कहाँ पर है? Eastern hemisphere में आपको देखने को मिलेगा. So have this rough understanding first of all with respect to Africa. African continent 37, 35 degree. So over here you are understanding that this is above over here parallel to USA like this. When you will be drawing it, it will be helpful for you to again, if you are making a rough sketch, the rough sketch should be right, it should be relevant. And over here at 35 degree south you will be finding this 17 degree and this 51 degree I have told you west. This is a rough understanding of African continent which we are going to understand. Now African continent, how it is separated from other continent, that is Europe and Asia, which you are going to understand. A rough understanding right now I am giving you. When we will be understanding the physical feature, we will be understanding in a more detail. So over here you have Atlantic Ocean, this Atlantic Ocean. That means African western side, the ocean body you are seeing is Atlantic Ocean over here, right? Now if you will be seeing over here, these things are not attached over here, guys. Those people who know it, really good. But over here Africa is not attached with Europe. Why? Because this point which you are seeing is basically a strait, and I have told you, I have defined strait for you. Strait is a narrow water body which separated two big land masses. तो ये आपको small narrow water body यहाँ पर देखने को मिलेगी. इसको कौन सा हम strait बोलते हैं? Gibraltar Strait, which you will be understanding. I'll be telling you later also. but just try to understand. Gibraltar Strait. And then this sea which you are seeing over here, it is basically, you all must be knowing, this is a Mediterranean Sea. Very important to understand. Mediterranean Sea, right? And then you are seeing this particular part which I'll be later on zooming to over here. Let me zoom out. Over here, triangular part, this peninsular part you are seeing over here is basically known as Sinai Peninsula. Sinai Peninsula. Later on, I'll be showing you in detail also, don't worry. And then this sea is separating it from the Asia, that is a Red Sea. Again, there will be some strait I am not letting you confuse with right now, because later on I'll be telling you all the straits, how it is connected. But Bab al-Mandab Strait, if you want to write, Bab al-Mandab Strait. And then over here, what is this? Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean. And then over here, you will be finding Southern Ocean, guys. Southern Ocean, right? So this is the overall picture I am letting you show. Overall picture of Africa, how African continent you have to see over here. Now, for this perspective, why and how, like time and again, I have told you that Africa continent from here, 1 to 2 questions are fixed. Every year they are coming. Let me show you that too. See this question from 2025. So in 2025 prelims, one lake over here you will be finding of African continent. Okay. In 2020, one more question, all the lakes, as I have shown you too, all the lakes from African continent, right? One more thing you will be finding, equator pass through. That means countries will become important. See this mineral based question connected with Botswana, one African country. So one African, if they want to make a question complex, medium level difficulty, they will always pick African continent, guys. Why African continent? Because they also know that this continent is hard to grasp upon. It is hard to have a hold upon, because it will be requiring efforts over here, जो हर कोई लेना नहीं चाहता, ठीक है? But we will be having the right time and we will be giving right efforts over here and giving right time to it. Just hold on. Again over here you see 2024 or 2023 question. 2 largest cocoa producers in the world. Algeria, Morocco, Botswana, Namibia, all countries are of Africa. Do you even know that where they are present over here? Southern Africa, Northern Africa, West Africa, East Africa. At least ये idea भी अगर होगा, this much idea if we are able to make, then also we will be in a position to negate some situation, negate some statements, right? Then you will be able to apply those elimination things which topper. See this particular question, Amhara, Ethiopia, country from particular African continent. See this question completely, which of the lakes of West Africa? When you will be understanding that which of the countries are in West Africa, automatically you will be understanding Lake Victoria is in the east. Fagubin, Ogota, Volta, one of the difficult question over here. That means physical features focused upon over here, guys. That's why I am differentiating over here. And we have to see these questions. ठीक है, यहाँ पर मैं टाइम लगा रहा हूँ. I am putting more time over here so that you can have this question in the back of your mind, because every time I will not be connecting the questions with respect to my content, right? That you have to do. Again over here, rivers like Zambezi is being asked over here. One again, regions Oromia, Nigeria over here. Over here this question Mali. So what I want to highlight, that if they want to create a bit complex question, African continent information, always you will be fine. Okay, so with that note, let us zoom to our African continent. This is all information. This is the chaos which we have to settle, guys, over here. This is also one map you will be finding, which we are going to learn. That means our agenda of this class will be solely to understand the political countries over here. What are those countries, where they are situated? Everything we are going. Okay, before moving ahead, let me highlight you about this amazing program which we have launched for your upcoming prelims 2026. That is Sambhav program. Sambhav program is a umbrella program. Why? Again, I am telling you that over here we have taken care of all the tools, of all the things which you require for your prelims. So entire prelims ecosystem will be handled over here, because over here you need the subjective command over the GS subjects. That will be done from the long day bootcamp classes. Prelims bootcamp will be the feature under this. Then you have CSAT. So we have a different CSAT program which will be taken care of by the IITians themselves. Then we have the practice sessions over here based upon the PYQ test which you have to give, and certain tests which will be mentored by, or which will be given in front of the mentors too. right? So do check out this program, guys. And now let us move forward in our understanding of African continent. So see this Africa continent over here. Let me highlight these major water bodies: Atlantic Ocean, then Mediterranean Sea, then Red Sea, and over here Indian Ocean you will be finding. Just see the broad things right now. Okay, this is the feature over here. If the rough framework if you will be finding of this particular Africa, then you will be finding that there is a bulge outside like this. A rough understanding should always be there. And a horn, this we call it as a horn because over here Red Sea is there. And this type of triangular thing you are must be seeing. Now you see the Sinai Peninsula over here. Triangular thing, this outline you should know. Right, this outline like this is your Sinai Peninsula, which we will be focusing when we will be seeing the Egypt, and Mediterranean Sea above like this, right? So a rough understanding should always be there, because I believe always I am saying that we will be making our own atlas. Okay, the right information I am showing you by the original maps, but we are going to have our own atlas, because ultimately in the prelims we don't be getting any maps. In the mains we will not be getting any maps. We have to draw our own maps, right? So from a rough understanding you will be seeing that like this you have to create a figure over here, giving the room for Red Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, the Indian Ocean, and the Atlantic Ocean. I do not want that you draw features like this. I have seen some people drawing like this. India, if they want to draw, they will draw India like this. I mean, why you will be creating this nonsense, guys? Try to understand a bit over here. Okay, so a rough outline is clear to you. Now you see the countries. There are 54 UN recognized countries over here. And how we are going to understand this chaos? We are going to understand this chaos line wise over here. First of all, see the northern picture over here. This is the northern Africa which you are finding. Okay, this northern picture. This is the eastern picture of Africa you are going to find. This is the southern picture which you are finding. This we will be calling it as the Western Africa over here, and this Central Africa. And some of the countries which will be remaining will be including that, don't worry. A broader picture I am telling you. Now the African continent will be having an eye for, is it in north, is it in east, is it in south, is it in west? First in your mind that should come. And there are very less countries in the center. Right, so forget about everything which is written over here in Indian country. Now I want you to focus only on the northern Africa for now. Forget about everything. And I want you to see these two lines. Just see these two lines. And you will be amazed to know also that where the countries' borders are so complex, in Africa you must be seeing that they are so streamlined. Like this, one line like this, in a horizontal line form of things you will be finding over here. So this is outcome of the colonial legacy of European power. So when they did this scramble of Africa, right, they arbitrarily drawn these maps of the particular countries which they wanted to keep amongst themselves, right? So this you must be understanding in your international relations and other subject. Right now see that these two lines are so streamlined that it will be easier for us to remember. Otherwise there are more chaotic areas also. This is the chaos which you have to reach up to. Don't worry, we will be covering everything. So two lines you can see. Okay, so see, we will be highlighting the first line over here, this particular Northern Africa. The feature of this Northern Africa is that one thing you will be getting over here, that these all countries are touching to, first of all, Mediterranean Sea. So are the questions like this asked in the examination, that which of the following countries share the border with Mediterranean Sea or any sea? Yes, these type of questions are coming, right? So first line we have of this particular thing. So what are the countries over here? The westernmost country over here is not the westernmost. Don't write like this. This is the northern area which we are seeing. But in the northern area, the west part is Morocco. Very important country over here, guys. Morocco. Okay? And Morocco capital Rabat. Capital also you have to do. Again, I am saying it will be only a matter of chance and time that 2026 they will be giving you 4 random countries and 4 capitals over here. ठीक है, अभी तक आया नहीं ऐसा क्वेश्चन, लेकिन आ सकता है. अदर एग्जामिनेशन में बहुत फ्रीक्वेंट है ऐसा क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, तो दिस इज अ मोरक्को ओवर हियर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अंडरस्टैंड दिस. आफ्टर दिस यू विल बी फाइंडिंग अल्जीरिया. अल्जीरिया इज द लार्जेस्ट कंट्री इन अफ्रीका बाय एरिया. साइज में देखो सबसे बड़ा ये है अल्जीरिया. नाउ मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन आई विल बी गिविंग यू बट नॉट राइट नाउ. द कैपिटल इज अल्जीरिस. So second one is Algiers. Third country, very small country over here, very small country, that is Tunisia. Tunisia, very important, very beautiful country over here, Tunisia. All right, Tunisia. Again, next to it is Libya, much larger size but less than Algeria. Libya over here, which the capital you will be finding Tripoli. Tunisia capital Tunis. Then you will be finding Egypt, and Egypt capital Cairo. All right. Now over here, Egypt is the country which is having the borders with the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. Which other countries is having the borders with two bodies, two sea bodies, two oceans over here, or two river bodies is right to say. So over here you will be finding that Mediterranean Sea, and over here Morocco will be having the Atlantic Ocean also in touch. Red Sea and Mediterranean Sea also in touch with respect to these countries. Now what I want you to do, that pause the video and try to write just the capitals and the country's name first of all. देखो ये process follow करना पड़ेगा without seeing just what you remember. Pause the video, rough sheets में you try to make this rough understanding that top countries. Not exactly you have to waste your time in drawing the boundaries. This is also I have seen some people make exactly like this particular border. Don't waste your time for that, guys. ठीक है, a rough understanding like this you can make, simply make this particular part and create these countries over here like this. ठीक है, try to understand or try to practice it. Now unpause it or resume it, and you will be finding over here Morocco you must have written. Capital, I hope you have written over here of Morocco. ठीक है, that is Rabat. Then Algeria, area largest, Algiers. Tunisia, Tunis. Libya, Tripoli. Egypt, over here Cairo. Right, this much you all must be knowing, right? The only capitals which are complex is Rabat, Tripoli. Cairo, Egypt is very famous since like you must be understanding about the Egyptian civilization, mummies, pyramids, right? So you must be having an understanding. Don't forget about this Tunisia over here, guys. This is a small country. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries you are seeing on the top. Or whenever you remember Algeria and Libya, don't forget Tunisia because this is the confusing area over here. ठीक है, now let us see and explore. We will not move forward. ठीक है, अभी क्या चाहिए, अगर आपको ऐसा चाहिए अगेन आई एम सेइंग 15 मिनट में सारी कंट्रीज बता दूं तो मेरा जॉब तो खत्म हो जाएगा. आई विल बी गेटिंग ओवर विद माय वीडियो, माय जॉब, राइट? आई हैव टोल्ड यू, आई हैव मेड यू मार्क ऑल द कंट्रीज ओवर हियर. आई विल बी डूइंग लाइक दिस दैट इन 15 minutes I can make the video, but my purpose is not so, because I want you to learn it by heart so that you can utilize wherever you want, right? So follow the process over here. Now we will be delving into these countries. I am opening up these countries over here. Morocco. Now Morocco capital is Rabat, but the most famous city over here which you must have heard about also, and a movie is also made upon this particular city, that is Casablanca. Very beautiful city. One of the largest city of Morocco you are going to find, guys. ठीक है, ठीक है. So Casablanca, you have to remember that it is from Morocco, because you never know that 4 regions will be mentioned over here. Casablanca, then any 3 will be of other areas, Catalonia, Amhara, okay, like this, Cabo Delgado, like this they will be giving you, and the countries in front of them, then it will become difficult. So Casablanca. Second, Marrakesh, or the way you want to pronunciate it. Have you heard about this Marrakesh somewhere, guys? This Marrakesh agreement is very famous. Now I will not be telling you, because this we study in economics or in international relations while studying WTO. So comment down why Marrakesh treaty, Marrakesh agreement was very important. You have to comment it down, those who are following this video, right? So these 2 areas you have to understand over here. Now, why Morocco has been in news recently? Morocco has been in news recently for a lot of purpose, but that local news we don't have to follow. Worldwide they caught attention. Why? Because over here you will be finding that the Gen Z protest also spread over here, guys. The things which you have seen in Nepal, things which you have seen in other countries too, the Gen Z protest happened over here too, because of the unemployment, the inflation and other things which were happening. So Morocco was also in news because of this thing, right? So remember this Morocco countries: Marrakesh, Casablanca, Rabat. Also, you will be finding that defense minister in 2025, you will be seeing that he visited this Morocco over here, and they did some defense deals for some defense infrastructure also. But again, these things which I am telling you or which you will be reading in your international relations current affairs, guys. ठीक है, by reading those you will be understanding that okay, they are talking about Morocco, so you will be thinking in your head that you know Morocco and you practice it, see it in your map now, see it in practice maps which you are practicing or making it. ठीक है, like this it should happen, it should not be the other way around, because if over here I'll be telling you the international news also, then we'll not be able to cover this world mapping, it will become complex. यहाँ पर जो ये चीजें याद रखनी है वो है मैपिंग वाइज, फ्रॉम द मैपिंग पर्सपेक्टिव, राइट, विल नॉट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. सो मोरक्को, माराकेश, कासाब्लांका, राबात, एंड वन मोर पोर्ट I want you to remember, that is Tangier port, very strategic port because this is a port city, Tangier. ठीक है, and because over here from entry is given to the Strait of Gibraltar, guys. Can you see that Gibraltar? Gibraltar is a place over here in the European country, which I'll be letting you know when we will be seeing these countries. ठीक है, so this is the narrow water body over here, which is known as Strait of Gibraltar. I hope this is clear. Right now you forget about the physical feature, only focusing upon the political feature. Now don't forget one more information. Can you see this Canary Island near to southern Morocco? This Canary Island over here. Yes, but this is not with respect to Moroccan islands. These are the Spain territories over here, guys. So remember this Spain territories, Canary Island over here. Alright guys, as we are moving ahead, we will be finding the largest country in African continent, that is Algeria. Algeria, if you will be seeing, largely it is darker over here because most of the area is covered with desert. Alright. But over here now, let me tell you, Algeria, the capital is in the port, Algiers over here. See this also. Rabat port, this is also a port city, Algiers over here. See guys, let us move forward. Now you see Tunisia, the small country over here, which we were seeing between Algeria and over here Libya. This is a small country over here, Tunisia. This is also known as the northernmost country because the tip, if you will be finding, this is at the northernmost. So when we are taking the latitude, we'll be taking the latitude from here. So this you will be finding over here. See, if you want to see in this map also, this is Tunisia. The northernmost country in African continent, don't get confused with Morocco, Algeria, Libya, Egypt, Tunisia. Right, so see the capital over here, Tunis. This you have to focus upon. One more city if you want to take ahead, you can go ahead with the Sfax, but not very important. Tunisia, Tunis, you have to remember just, right? The rest, not very important, guys. Next you see Libya over here, very important. Libya, Algeria and Tunisia over here. Libya capital again Tripoli, you see. So when you will be knowing the capital, west to east direction, they can also ask you to arrange. So think from that line also. Take Tripoli you will be getting over here. Very important port and capital city also. Benghazi, another port city also. Very important port city you have to remember from here too, guys. Take Benghazi. And about Libya, Libya's most infamous leader Gaddafi you must be remembering about. If you don't, then in international relations you will be reading about, though it is not relevant to your examination. Okay, so over here in Libya you have learned about that. This deserts and other places we'll be seeing later on, not right now. Okay, and Tobruk also you can go ahead with, guys. Tobruk also is an important place over here. So Tobruk, Benghazi, Tripoli, just this you take. Okay, Misrataha also you can go ahead with, but I would not suggest you right now that Misrata you will have to remember. Just 3 you try to remember over here. ठीक है, ऐसे because again ऐसे तो हर कुछ important हो सकता है, right? But वही important रहेगा जो कभी पूछा गया और which has been in news or which has been an important part of that particular country. From that angle we are thinking, because we have to cover 54 countries, है ना? 54 countries, every small details we don't have to go ahead with. Then the major country over here is Egypt, guys. Very important. And Egypt is known for its Egyptian civilization. Parallelly, when our civilization was flourishing, Egyptian civilization was there on the banks of this Nile river. Again, Nile and all, we'll be focusing later on, just the places right now. So Egypt capital Cairo. Cairo, you are seeing this over here, guys, near the banks of Nile river. Then one important port city you will be finding over here, that is Alexandria. So don't get it confused with Greek or Macedonia. This Alexandria port is in African continent, that too in Egypt. Try to understand that first confusion which might happen over here. Now also there is one more port over here, that is Port Said or Port Said, the way you want to pronunciate. Port Said also, you remember that these are two prominent port over here, guys. Okay, this you have understood. Next you see this particular part which you are finding over here. This is also the part of Egypt, guys. Okay, this is also an Egyptian part over here which you will be finding. And this is known as Sinai. And that's why we were calling it as Sinai Peninsula. Okay, like this you will be getting over here. So till now, if you remember, this is one Sinai Peninsula, and a lot of peninsula you are going to get, guys. Don't worry about it. Do you remember the Yucatan Peninsula? Do you remember that Baja Peninsula? And a few more peninsula you are going to see, and likewise question can come over here in the examination, right? So like this, try to have an eye for it too. Okay, so these are the things which you have to remember: Alexandria, Port Said, and over here the Suez Canal. You must have heard about in news also that Suez Canal is basically built over here. Like this you will be finding. This is the area between this Sinai Peninsula and over here. This Suez place you will be finding over here. So this Suez Canal is formed like this. If I can zoom it out, there are several lakes which you will be finding like this, like this, like this, like this, and they are connected. Basically man-made connection has been made over here, and a shortcut which has done, which is very fruitful over here for the economic purpose and trade purpose you will be seeing. So if you will be finding over here Suez Canal, said in this, no need to learn, it is shortest maritime route between Europe and the lands lying inside, like with the Asia, basically you will be finding, right? So over here you will be seeing that it has been connecting the Port Said in the north and Suez in the south. Let me show you. So over here Port Said, can you see, and Suez over here, right? Now these are being connected by several lakes I have told you. So lakes which are there from north to south. See the Lake Manzila. Just focus where I am letting you focus, guys. Everything else is fodder. Manzila, Lake Temsha, and the over here Bitter Lakes also you will be finding. Bitter Lake, Great Bitter Lake, and Little Bitter Lake. These four lakes you try to understand. Manzila, Temsha, then Bitter Lakes, Great Bitter Lake, and Little Bitter Lake. Over here you will be finding. Okay. So in this map, like over here, Port Said, Manzila Lake you will be finding near around this. Then Timsha also you will be finding somewhere. This is Lake Timsha. Then Great Bitter Lake and Little Bitter Lake over here. And then Suez you will be seeing over here. So like this, they can give you a connection anytime. So remember this also. Okay, though lakes we will be doing separately, but this is in line with the Suez Canal. So that's why I'm letting you understand. Okay, so the Suez Canal basically over here separating the Sinai Peninsula with respect to the Egypt also. But Sinai Peninsula is the part of Egypt too. Okay. So now practice time. Again pause the video and try to like make it rough. Like whatever you remember about. First of all, Morocco. What all places I have told you about in Morocco? Can you tell me? Places, only places, right? Morocco places. First of all, capital you will be starting with Rabat. Then you have seen over here Marrakesh, very important. Can you tell me the place of Cartagena? Can you tell me the place of Fortezela? Like this they can mention Fortezela, Cartagena. Okay, this Marrakesh, and one more capital over here, Amhara, not capital but region. Like this they can give you, right? So be aware of this. Marrakesh. Also I have told you about Casablanca. Also I have told you about port city too over here, which is Tangier at the top. Okay, then at the Algeria I have told you about only Algiers. In Tunisia only Tunis. In Libya there is Tripoli, there is a Benghazi I have told you to remember, right? And Tobruk too over here, Tobruk. Okay. Next you will be going into the Egypt capital Cairo, and then you have learned about the Alexandria port, and then Port Said. Oh sorry, yeah, Port Said to Suez you have to connect. When you will be connecting Port Said to Suez, you will be getting these Manzala, you will be getting this Lake Timsha, you will be getting this great bitter and little bitter. This much information is more than enough for now. For now, I am saying. As we'll move ahead, we'll be accumulating more information. Politically, are you sound for these countries now, guys? So keep this in mind. Pause the video, try to remember in your head at one time more, or try to do it fair now. Now in the question, if this part, have you know that Levant has come in the question once, that which of the region is known as Levant? Acha, which of the region is known as Selvas? If you can remember, comment it down, guys. I'm giving you certain questions to follow it, please. Can you tell me which of the region is known as Maghreb? Maghreb. Okay, so Maghreb regions, let me tell you now. In Maghreb countries, you will be finding Morocco, Algeria, Tunis, and Libya, also including Western Sahara and Mauritania. Right now we have not seen this, but next is their line only, so we'll be understanding that too, but also include this too, and write Maghreb region. Okay, write this. Simply they will be asking you Maghreb region is in Africa, West Africa, South Africa, North Africa. If they want to give you easy, then they will be giving you continent wise, Europe, on other continents they will be throwing you, right? Simply Maghreb region you have to remember. Okay. Levant is this region. When we'll be studying the Asia, West Asia, we'll be seeing that. Sahel is going to come. Selvas is in the South America. I hope you have remembered that. Okay. Let us move ahead now, guys, and see the second layer. And second layer you will be understanding. Again, very simple to understand. Over here there is no complexity. First line like this, first perspective. Second perspective, below this only we will be finding these countries. Now over here a lot of countries are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 countries you are going to find. Above we have seen 5 countries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now over here one more country will be included. Now from this second line you will be finding this particular country as Western Sahara. Simple to learn, Western Sahara. Okay. And the major country over here which is large landmass too, this is a very famous over here, and this is your Sudan. This must be, you have heard in news, because over here a lot of civil war, civil crisis goes on, remains in news for n number of purposes. For oil also it is in news. Sudan, right? So Western Sahara and Sudan is the eastern part over here. Now let us see other countries in between them too. Over here, when there are this Western Sahara, you will be moving on to, and this country will be Mauritania. Mauritania, guys, right? And then next to it, you will be finding this country as your Mali. Mali country. Okay. Next to it, you will be finding very important Niger. Important country. And next to it, you will be finding this country as your Chad. Important country, guys. And Sudan you already know. Likewise, the way we are seeing it, 2-3 things are happening, which I'll be telling you also later on, that you are understanding that which are the neighboring countries around that particular country. Okay, ये भी आपका दिमाग, or the way you have to perceive it from these eyes too. Now Mauritania or Western Sahara, Western over here, Mauritania, Mali, Niger, Chad and Sudan. Okay, let me again highlight this by letting you see in the map. See this large area, Sudan, near around next to Egypt you will be finding. Then this Libya is covering around 2 countries, that is Niger and Chad. Okay. This Algeria you will be finding is having Mali into picture over here, Mali, and Mauritania. Morocco is giving rise to this particular Western Sahara. So see the connection with the northern countries also. Again, exact map, you don't try to waste your time in drawing the exact land boundaries. Don't do this, guys. Okay, so Western Sahara, Mauritania, Mali, these 3 in one go, Niger, Chad, in between that you will be finding, and Sudan. Now one thing you must be noticing over here, that the above line which I have told you, was any country landlocked in this particular part? Was Tunisia landlocked? No, right? In the second line, are you able to find any landlocked country over here? In this particular part, see the clean map over here. Are you able to find any landlocked countries? Yes, you are able to see the landlocked countries, and these landlocked countries are over here. Mali. This is not a river body over here. This is a Burkina Faso country. And this is over here Niger. This is over here Chad. So one separate listing should be there for African continent, that is landlocked countries, because over here you are going to find a lot of landlocked countries. So in your second line, you have got Mali, you have got Niger, you have got Chad. You can get confused with Mauritania because you might think in the examination time, how you will be drawing the map like this. You must be thinking that, okay, Western Sahara was at the border and Mauritania. So you might think Mauritania is over here. No. So remember that Mauritania is having the link to this particular Atlantic Ocean from here, borders. So it is a coastal state too. So Mali, Niger and Chad, always remember that these are landlocked over here. Sudan is landlocked? No. Over here you will be finding it has connection with the Red Sea. Alright guys, now see their capitals too. We cannot ignore the capital once you have to focus upon. Then you want to like ignore it, okay, but once you have to see. So Western Sahara capital over here, which you will be finding, Lyon. Western Sahara capital is Lyon. Right, like this you will be finding, or the spelling is like Lyon, but you remember the English spelling over here. Right, Lyon for Western Sahara. Mauritania, Nouakchott. Nouakchott you will be finding. Nouakchott, let me zoom it. Nouakchott over here, guys. Just understand it once. Then Mali, you will be getting Mali's as Bamako. Bamako. Right. For Niger, you will be getting Niamey. Niamey. For Chad and Jamina. And Jamina over here you will be getting for Chad. And Sudan, out of this you have to remember the most important, that is Khartoum. Very, very important guys over here. Okay, Khartoum. So the important country which you have to remember anyhow, Sudan capital you have to remember anyhow guys, that is Khartoum. Chad also you can remember, that is N'Djamena. Okay, these two capitals, or also these landlocked countries, Mali, Niger and Chad, you can remember over here. What was the capital for Bamako over here? Bamako was the capital of Mali, right? Niamey was the capital of Niger. So these four countries I will ask you to remember. Let's Lyon and this Nouakchott you can forget also. Like, don't stress upon this fact much. So over here you will be having Western Sahara, Mauritania, what is this? Mali, Niger, Chad and Sudan. And the capital you will be going by Lyon, Nouakchott. For this Mali you will be getting Bamako, Niamey. Just write it once again. देखो ये करना बहुत आसान है. That L over here I'll be giving you Bamako, over here Niamey and N'Djamena, and this S is your Khartoum. Make some short form. Now I don't ask, मैं इसमें मानता ही नहीं हूँ that you remember these short forms. ऐसे कितने short form यहाँ पर, अभी तो अफ्रीका कॉन्टिनेंट बचा है पूरा. The whole African continent is left right now. How many short forms you will be making? So believe in hard work. Try to practice it one more time by pausing the video. Try to remember this thing. Try to put pressure, and you will feel that in the examination you will be remembering it automatically. I am telling you. ठीक है guys. So over here I have told you about the second line. Let us now open up this second line over here. So see this Western Sahara, you will be finding Lyon over here. Remember this, near to this Canary Island, Morocco. I have already shown you. Okay, this topic of cancer and all I will be telling you later on. Okay, one more country if you want to remember over here, that is Cabo Bojador. Cabo Bojador. Okay, one important city of Western Sahara. Important city of Western Sahara, you remember Cabo Bojador. Okay. Next is Mauritania. You remember the Nouakchott capital. Okay. Apart from that, ignore. Mali, then you will be remembering, you will be going downside, and Bamako you will be getting over here. Now from Mali, I want to give you one more particular one more city, not capital city. Capital city is Bamako only. That is Sikasso. Okay. Cabo over here was of your Cabo Bojador was of your Western Sahara. Even if you remember Cabo, you will be remembering that it is in African continent, Western Sahara. Mauritania, Nouakchott only. Mali, Sikasso and Bamako you have to remember over here. Next, Chad, you will be going ahead, and N'Djamena, more than enough. Chad. Later on, they have asked you Lake Chad, na, but this in physical feature I will be showing you. So for right now, leave it. Okay. Okay, this Chad. Then after that, Sudan comes. So Sudan is a bit important place over here. And in Sudan, you will be finding one important, first of all, is Khartoum place. That is its capital city. So you'll be remembering this Khartoum. One more place I want you to remember from here, that is Omdurman. Omdurman also you will be remembering, guys. Omdurman. Okay? Because it over here a lot of civil wars happens, right? One more region you must be seeing over here, that is Darfur region. Darfur. So is Darfur region is where? It is in Sudan, South Sudan, Eritrea, Ethiopia. It is in Sudan. So remember this Darfur region, very, very important. Darfur region. Omdurman also you will be remembering from here. Khartoum already, it is a capital city, but obviously you have to remember. And this is also known as Darfur Valley too. Okay, so remember by Darfur. Okay, so our understanding of this particular country is from Western Sahara, Mauritania, Mali, Niger, Chad, and South Sudan has been completed. In this map, South Sudan, oh sorry, Sudan is this and this is South Sudan. See in this map they have given the bifurcation because later on these countries got divided. ठीक है, तो ये आपने ये चीज ऐसे याद रखी, ये चीज ऐसे याद रखी. Well and good. ठीक है guys. Now we will be focusing upon this particular horn. This horn is important over here. In the horn you will be finding one, two. This second country you are not able to see, but this is also a country over here, guys. This is a country, this is a country. Then over here, this you all must be knowing, the pirate country got infamous by this name because a lot of piracy happens over here, Somalia. And then this landlocked country over here, which you will be finding, Ethiopia. Very easy to understand. Let me show you the horn of this, right? This is the horn over here. Let me just wait. See over here in this clean map, you will be able to see this. Somalia, it is present at the horn. Then over here, Djibouti, you will be seeing over here, Djibouti. Eritrea, one country over here, Eritrea. And landlocked is Ethiopia. So have this 4 countries in your mind now, in your tips now. Eritrea capital Asmara, Djibouti capital Djibouti. Somalia, very important capital, Mogadishu. Ethiopia, again, this has been in news because Ethiopia में you will be finding a lot of conferences happens. Addis Ababa, होती कहाँ पर है सारी conferences? Addis Ababa, capital city. Addis Ababa you will be remembering over here, guys. A very important country over here. Addis Ababa. So easier to learn this horn over here. Sudan, it is touching now. Continue. देखो Egypt you have learned, Sudan you have learned. Now vertically also if you want to come like this you can come. ठीक है? Automatically you will remember, but remember these lines over here. This is Eritrea. Then a small country over here which is present, Djibouti. Then this horn completely covered by this Somalia. Capital, can you tell me? Mogadishu. Important. Djibouti, Eritrea, Asmara. And Ethiopia, very important country over here, that is Addis Ababa, guys. Addis Ababa. Important. So Eritrea, you can see Asmara over here, and you can see the whole coast is basically with respect to Red Sea. One archipelago over here you are finding, that means group of islands, that is Dahlak. This you will be remembering. Dahlak archipelago is related to Eritrea. Remember it carefully. Near to Morocco, you are finding Canary Island. Okay, remember it carefully. This is under Spain, not under Morocco. Remember it. Okay, next important over here is Ethiopia. A very, very important country. Now the capital city, first of all, you see Addis Ababa in between this. Also, this is a landlocked country. So the list which you are making, add Ethiopia also in that. Okay, always it should be in your mind. Addis Ababa, right? Ababa over here, guys. Okay. Now in the physical feature I'll be telling you that it is at the height. ये Ethiopian highlands में है, ठीक है? इसे Ethiopian height मतलब these are the plateau regions over here compared to plains. So this also you remember, in physical also I'll be telling you. Now from Ethiopia, certain areas are important like provinces. This is the whole ruckus you are seeing. In the ruckus just focus upon Addis Ababa. And one more region which can be asked and which have asked also, that over here one region is Tigray province, you can see Tigray. Now Tigray remains in conflict with the government over here. So there is a Tigray Liberation Front like this, you will be finding anti-government front, and they will be fighting over here. So that's why it is in news a lot of times, Tigray. Okay. and it has been used from past 4-5 years. You will be finding also below that you will be finding one more province over here which is known as Amhara. Amhara. There is a difference between Amhara and Asmara. Asmara is the capital of Eritrea. Asmara, okay? And over here I am telling you Amhara region. So this is also of African country, that is Ethiopia. And one more region over here you will be finding, no need to forget this, that is Oromia, because of the Oromia tribe you will be getting Oromia. Let me tell you, these are as it is. I was telling you in my previous video 2023 which I have made, and directly this Amhara came into picture, and students who were following it dedicatedly commented down also below that this has been came in the examination, right? People have utilized it. So that's why I'm saying these becomes important, because they don't have much areas. They can give you much areas, but they want that particular question to get solved also. So out of these 3 statements which they will be giving you, or 3 places which they will be giving you, 2 will be known, let me tell you, okay? So focus on the psyche, and for psyche you have to be prepared, and this is what preparation going on. And this is Afar region, Afar preparation which you are seeing, Afar. So 4 regions, 4 important regions. Not in every country I am telling you these much regions, because Ethiopia is important. So Afar, Amhara, location थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो सकती है, but in detail nobody will ask you exactly where is Amhara. So in Ethiopia only Amhara is. Tigray, Oromia. These 4 places you take from Ethiopia. So these countries I have told you now. Eritrea, very small countries over here. Somalia only remember Mogadishu. Ethiopia was very important, so we have exploded over here. Okay. So right now for us these areas, North America is completely over, and this horn is over here. So this portion has been completed. Okay. Take a break if you want. Like 2-3 minutes break you can take, and come again. We have to finish all the political countries. Don't worry about it. We have to stretch it a bit, guys. Okay. Now we will be seeing this part over here, this part and this part. This coastal areas of southern African continent, or southern African continent, you will be understanding now. Okay, very important over here, this particular layer which you must be analyzing. So 3 major countries you are going to find, 3 major coastal countries after Somalia. And this is good for you that only 3 major countries you are seeing. Now with this eyes, I hope you are able to see only 3 are there. So this ruckus is now resolved. This ruckus is resolved over here. Now see this particular area. Okay? And let me show you the another 3 countries group over here, which will be covering your all coastal areas automatically. See this 3 countries areas. Yeah, this 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2 over here, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let us focus upon over here first of all. This is nothing but your Kenya. You must have heard about Kenya cricket team also. Kenya you will be finding over here. Next is your Tanzania. Tanzania, important. And below that you will be finding your Mozambique. Mozambique. Right, these 3 countries, Kenya, Tanzania, and Mozambique, you will be seeing. Now Kenya capital you all must be knowing, that is Nairobi. Nairobi, and this is a very famous series in on Netflix, from where they take the Greece capital cities names also. Nairobi, if you have watched it, well and good, then otherwise there is no need to watch it right now. Tanzania you will be finding Dodoma capital, and Mozambique you will be seeing what? In Mozambique you will be finding Maputo is the capital, right? So Nairobi, Dodoma, 1 or 2 times more you go ahead with, and don't forget N'Djamena. N'Djamena is of Niamey is of Bamako is of, is what tough ना, एक दो बार और practice कर लो, ठीक है? One more, let me tell you about over here, Nouakchott, something like this, and over here Lyon, Khartoum, everybody remembers. What is left? Asmara, Addis Ababa, everybody knows. Mogadishu. Okay, so I hope you are able to tell me the countries also. If not, just see your notes backwards. Okay, so these are the 3 countries which you will be finding over here. So see this Somalia also over here, capital city I have told you, Mogadishu. One more city you have to remember from here, that is Kismayo. important guys, Kismayo in Somalia. This is also a hotspot region, conflict region. And one more region over here you will be finding over here. This province is known as Puntland. So Puntland region is in Somalia in African continent. Do you remember the Pantanal region? Similar sounding names in the examination time just prior to your prelims. So just seeing the question, you might face confusion. Pantanal region. Comment it down, where have you seen the Pantanal region? Okay, Pantanal region. Puntland. Though I have taught you, for those who are not having any clue, see the comments. I want the students who are following it, I hope you are able to recall that we have studied in South America, right? I hope you have not forgotten Ethiopia, that is Tigray, Amhara, not Amhara. And then over here you will be finding, and Oromio over here. And Kismayo you will be remembering, Puntland you will be remembering. Okay, moving forward, Mozambique, not Mozambique, but before that, Kenya. Kenya, the capital is Nairobi. You can see over here, Nairobi, Kenya, right? Also, there is one more port, that is Mombasa, you will be remembering. So remember this Mombasa, also Mombasa port. Okay, and if you have remembered this Mombasa port, don't forget about Benghazi, Alexandria, Port Said. Don't forget about Tangier. Okay, I hope you remember all this. So in Kenya, this is important, not more than this. Anything else which I can see over here of importance? Nothing right now. Physical feature we have to see, don't worry about that. Equator and all we will be seeing, don't worry. Just understand the way I want you to see it from that eyes. And you are doing that, I know it too. Okay, then now Tanzania you come. And Tanzania, the capital is Dodoma. I have told you over here. And over here a lot of things you are going to get. Like for example, first of all, you will be seeing that Tanzania, this land, the land of cloves, a lot of cloves is basically produced from here. That is Zanzibar. So take this Zanzibar island over here. That is Zanzibar island. Okay, this is over here. Dar es Salaam. Dar es Salaam is a port city over here. Important. Take it from here. Pemba and Zanzibar. इसको एक साथ याद रखो. Pemba and Zanzibar, the Clove Islands of Tanzania. Right. Whereas Trinidad and Tobago, where have you seen? Like this, going to be confusion, guys. Trinidad and Tobago. Comment it down. 2-3 things I am asking you. Comment it down. Pause the video. Comment it down. Tanzania, Trinidad and Tobago. Where have you find? Zanzibar and Pemba over here. I'll be asking you again. Dar es Salaam over here. You will be getting. Forget about Mafia land. Okay. Dodoma you will be remembering more than enough over here. Okay. This I'll be telling you later on. That is over here. Serengeti plain you will be getting over here. Serengeti plain. The name is good. You should remember it. Serengeti plains you will be getting over here. Right. Next you will be moving on to Mozambique. Mozambique, an important again over here. The capital, first of all, Maputo. In the south you will be seeing the Maputo capital. Don't see the physical feature right now, guys. Okay. Now there is a place over here which you will be finding in Mozambique, that is Cabo Delgado. Cabo Delgado. Again you remember, guys, that Cabo, one more place I have told you, in Western Sahara. Right, Cabo something. So Cabo are the places related to African continent. In the examination they have given you Cabo Delgado and another country over here. So which you have to see that this is in Mozambique over here. Now learn this. Mozambique, you will be finding Cabo Delgado, one particular part, and Maputo you already remember from here. Okay, that's enough over here. Now we will be moving ahead and we will be understanding this South Africa, this country over here, Namibia and Angola. Okay, these 3 countries are important over here. Now this is South Africa, this is Namibia, this is over here Angola. Broad countries, big countries, Angola, Namibia, South Africa. South Africa capital, Cape Town. Namibia capital, Windhoek. Angola, Luanda. These are the capitals of these 3 countries over here, which you will be finding. Okay. Now see over here that in South Africa you will be getting 2 independent landlocked countries too, guys, and this is Lesotho over here and Swaziland. I hope you can see Lesotho. I'll be zooming it too, and Swaziland. Swaziland, this was the name earlier, now it is known as Eswatini. This is the new land. This is the new name. Eswatini, Lesotho over here. Okay. So see like this. If I'm zooming over here, Lesotho and Swaziland over here. Right. South Africa, I have told you. Namibia over here, Windhawk. Just wait. See, Namibia, Angola, this is Luanda, and South Africa. Just see over here now the countries. Important places I'll be telling you at the right time. This is done. South Africa, Namibia, Angola. Important things are going to come in the physical feature now with respect to them. Don't worry about it. Right now, just have this particular understanding. Now, as per this understanding, you must be going ahead with this particular part of Kenya, Tanzania. Can you mark this Mozambique? Can you mark this South Africa and Lesotho, Swaziland over here? Namibia and Angola. Okay. This seed or this particular Horn of Africa is done. This is over here. It is done. We will be revising it. Pause the video. Just try to revise what you have learned behind. Okay. Just the countries and their capital names first of all. Now, before finishing or going on ahead, we will be finishing this between part over here, in between part over here. We will be finishing this off first, guys. That's how we will be covering our Southern African continent complete over here. And over here, you will be seeing 3 major countries, but that is not 3, 4 countries are actually there. So this is a long shaped over here. You are seeing this is the 4th one, 2. And this is 1, 2, and 3 you will be finding. And that is how the whole Southern African will be complete. Okay. So see these countries, important, and you must have heard about their name too, right? So see now, this is Zambia. After Namibia, Zambia, right? Then Botswana, important. And then over here, Zimbabwe, cricket team, Zimbabwe. And then this long shaped over here, which you will be remembering as Malawi, because over here I'll be telling you about one lake also in physical. So remember these 4 countries, Zambia, Botswana and Zimbabwe. So whenever in the question if Zimbabwe will be coming, you will not be thinking about east, west, north. Your mind will go into the south, even if you will not be able to remember exactly. Okay, so Zimbabwe attached to this Botswana. Above this you will be finding Zambia, and this parallelly this over here Malawi. See in the neat and clean map over here. Can you spot Zambia? You see the capital Lusaka. Botswana, Gaborone. Zimbabwe, Harare. And Malawi over here, the small sleek country over here which you will be seeing. Lilongwe is the capital, Malawi. Capital you can forget of these countries, not very important. Zimbabwe you can remember, Harare, and Botswana also, because Botswana once has appeared this name for another reason, right? Gaborone. So Malawi, Zambia, Botswana and Zimbabwe you will be seeing over here, guys. Okay. So see over here too, again Zambia, this Botswana, Zimbabwe and Malawi. Let us go to our blank map and let us see. In this clean map, you are understanding that, okay, Angola is having touch with respect to Zambia. And this Namibia country is also having touch with this particular Zambia. Okay. And parallel to that, it is having this country, Botswana. And over here, you are getting this country as Zimbabwe. And that's Malawi, you will be getting inside this Mozambique, like this, in a sleek country you will be finding. Well, notice it very carefully, because over here when I'll be telling you some river system, the basins when I'll be telling you, you have to understand, and they have already asked the Congo basins which of the countries falls or which of the countries does not fall. This is the type of question I have already shown you guys. Okay? So very important, learn it the way I want you to see it. So out of these, can you tell me which are the landlocked countries? You will find that these 4 countries which we have learned are all landlocked over here. These are landlocked. Also Lesotho and Swaziland, Eswatini, which you have learned, also landlocked. So keep it in mind. Otherwise, these 3 and these 3 were landlocked? No. Okay, so your landlocked countries list is also becoming long. Okay, so over here, again, Zambia, Botswana, Zimbabwe and Malawi. So this portion is now fixed over here, guys. This particular whole ruckus is fixed. Now only the 25% of the Africa is remaining, and that we will be able to do it. Don't worry about it, like we have done it. Okay, have faith. Now you see that this particular major country you are seeing over here in the, not exactly in the center, ठीक है, but over here near in between middle you are seeing which is having the coastal touch also. So this is not a landlocked country, and over here it is Democratic Republic of Congo. Now you have to visualize these countries as going from outward, inward to outward like this, and you will be finding that okay, this is one country over here, this is another country over here, this is another, and this is one more country, small country over here. ठीक है, so ये तो Angola का ही part है, this is of Angola, don't worry about it. ठीक है, so this one country, two country, three and four, a small country over here. Like this you are going to find the names of these countries. Now easy over here, this is a DRC, always in news because of minerals, because of rich mineral resources, because of the civil war which is going on over here. Then you will be finding Congo, when Democratic Republic of Congo, then over here Congo country separately. Then over here you will be finding Gabon, this is a Gabon, this is a Congo, this is DRC, and all of them are coastal countries, guys. And this is over here a small country, Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea. Guyana is something else. Guyana Island, South America. Right, over here Guinea you are finding. So this is different. So let me take you the clean map. Democratic Republic of Congo. Kinshasa is the capital. Kinshasa. Kinshasa, you will be remembering it. Then moving forward, Congo. Brazzaville. Brazil is not the capital of Brazil. Over here Congo is the Congo is the country whose capital is Brazzaville. So remember this, unique. Then Gabon, Libreville, and then Equatorial Guinea you will be finding over here, guys. Okay, so this country over here, see over here too, the similar manner you will be learning about this. Then once you will be understanding it, it will be very easy for you to remember equator, guys. Will you be remembering the mnemonics for it? No, you will not be. Okay, so this particular country you have to remember from here to here first. So this you have understood, this you have understood, this you have understood, and this small country you have understood. From here you have understood this trio form, that is Kenya, Tanzania and Mozambique. Now between this DRC, we will not be leaving this. Between this DRC and this Kenya and Tanzania, there are three countries which are locked up over here, guys. And these three countries are basically, if you will be seeing in this map, because this is a lake over here. Okay, and this lake has also been asked in the examination. These three countries which are landlocked over here between, you will be finding DRC, Kenya and Tanzania. Easy to remember them. Then the bordering countries you will be able to tell me. So well, here you will be remembering it in the form of B, in the form of R, in the form of U. Okay, Bru. So this is over here Burundi, this is over here Rwanda, and this is over here Uganda. Like bro, you can remember it like bro, because whenever in the examination it might feel confused, like you might feel confused, Rwanda pehle tha, Burundi pehle tha. So like bro, Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, or by the Burundi itself you will be getting this bro, right? So remember it like this. Okay, that means it is joining your connection with this particular East Africa too. This whole part is over here. This whole part is over. This whole part is over. Okay, over here this is done and dusted, guys. Now what is remaining over here is 2, or basically you see the above of it and you come like this too, or you can remember it in the form of 2 landlocked in between middle countries which you are finding. Okay, that this particular country above DRC is known as CAR, Central African Republic. Central African Republic, because it is at the center. And right to it you will be finding South Sudan, because it has been separated from Sudan. So this is South Sudan over here, guys. South Sudan, Central African Republic. And in this, in the right side of Central African Republic, you will be finding this country as what? Angola, not Angola, Cameroon. Angola तो already we have seen, right? Cameroon over here you will be finding. Okay, and above this, don't forget this now, combine it with this only Cameroon, and over here you will be getting the highest population of Africa you will be finding in Nigeria. Nigeria tak we have reached, and above it if you will be seeing, this is nothing but Niger, right? And this we have already covered. Don't worry, we will be revising it, we will be understanding it from different maps also. Don't worry about it. But over here I'll be telling you to take this map. See, Burundi we have seen, right? Now see the Burundi capital over here, Jumburo, no need to remember. Rwanda capital you can remember, Kigali, because at Kigali in 2016 we had one convention. Can you tell me in the comments this convention you read in environment? Then over here you will be finding Uganda capital, Kampala. So this you can remember over here. South Sudan, Juba is the capital. Central African Republic, Bangul is the capital, no need to remember. Cameroon, Juande, no need to remember. It's Cameroon over here. Again, you will be finding this is a coastal country. And above that, Nigeria. Nigeria you should remember. Nigeria capital is Abuja, whereas South Sudan capital is Juba. Okay, so this type of thing you have to go through, guys. Nigeria you should remember. First of all, Abuja. This is over here at this particular part of Western Africa, right? Now see this map over here of DRC. Out of these all countries which we have seen, the countries which remain in news is DRC. Now one thing I want you to see and think, first of all, pause the video and tell me the neighboring countries of DRC. You will be finding Tanzania. Over here you will be finding it as Mozambique, Peru, South Sudan, CAR, Republic of Congo, and over here you will be getting this Angola too. This particular part which is of Angola only, right? And over here Zambia also. So see this, the number of countries which it is basically surrounded by, and this is important. That's why I'm telling you, that's why I'm showing you also. Just try to learn this particular country. Now this particular country is in news primarily because of the one, mineral rich region. Second, over here a lot of civil crisis happens, guys. So civil crisis, civil war type of situation is happening in these provinces. Now I want you to remember the name of these regions, because these are only going to come in the examination sooner or later. One is Ituri, one is North Kivu, and South Kivu. So by the Kivu you will be learning that this is in Africa, and if you are smart and you are religiously doing this series, then you have to remember that it is in DRC. Right, so important. And we should not be able to forget, we will not be forgetting the things I have told you in other countries also. Don't worry about this. Now you will be able to draw it in a perfectionist way, guys. Okay, so over here I have told you about Cabo Delgado. Can you tell me about that? I have told you about that island of Zanzibar and Pemba. I have told you about the Puntland region or Kismia region, Kismia something. Exactly, I am not able to remember. Kismia region. Can you tell me about the Amhara region, Tigray region, and Oromia region, Oromia? Can you tell me about the Tangier port? Try to understand, try to revise. Cabo Delgado, Mozambique, Zanzibar and Pemba, Tanzania, Puntland, Kismia in your Somalia, Amhara, Tigray and Oromia in your Ethiopia, Tangier, Benghazi, this over here, Tangier, Morocco, Benghazi over here, Libya, Egypt, Alexandria, Port Said. Different name other than capital, which I am telling you, going to come in the examination time sooner or later. The capital of, I hope you remember, Kinshasa is over here, right? In this also you remember these regions. This is Goma region which is present, okay, over here. Though I don't think that they will be asking you this much small information. Beni region which is in news. Okay, so forget about it. Next is your Cameroon, a very important region, and Cameroon is in news because over here you will be finding the regions known as Anglophone. Anglophone region is present in over here. Puntland region you have seen where it is present. Anglophone region is present in Cameroon, and it often it is in news because of the civil war situation which is going on. No need to understand what civil war, why civil war is going on, just the regions has been highlighted. And if you will be seeing the PYQs, they never ask you that why they were in news. They were asking you this particular place was in news, where it from, right? So Anglophone region you have to remember. Anglophone, you can think of Europe if you don't know. You can think of South America, North America, but this is of African continent, that too of Cameroon. And one more region over here you will be finding like this, and this region is known as Amba not Amazon. Amazon is there, but add B, Amazon. So these are known as Amazonian region. Okay, very important. Amazonian region. Over here, you will be finding somewhere in Anglophone region. Important takeaways. Question surely gonna come sooner or later from here. Now you see this Nigeria also in news, the highest population. You will be finding economically Niger is one of the greatest economy of Africa. Continent Abuja is the capital over here. See, in these areas, Nigeria, Cameroon, the terrorist group which is active, or we will Boko Haram is one group which is active over here, which you must have heard also. So remember this over here, Nigeria, Abuja. From here, if you want to learn the Port Harcourt, you can remember, guys, very important. Lagos, you will be remembering over here. Plateaus is the lake you have seen in South Africa, right? Lagos de Plata, you will be seeing the estuary. But Lagos only, if you will want to learn that this is in Nigeria, Lagos, Port Harcourt over here, you will be seeing. Okay, so you have to remember this from Nigeria, guys. So till now, if I go to my blank map, this is my blank map over here, and we'll try to go backwards now. This is Nigeria, Abuja over here, Nigeria. Port Harcourt, you have to remember, guys. Don't forget the Port Harcourt. Don't forget the Lagos over here. Okay. Then you will be going Cameroon, the Anglophone region, the Amazonian region. ये difficult है, याद रखना है, Amazonian. And this people, those who will not be reading Amazonian, definitely they will be treating it as the Amazon people. South Africa mark करके आएंगे. Definitely I am telling you. Those who will be hearing it for the first time. But it should not be the situation with you guys, right? We are putting efforts over here. This is not usual for the people to sit that much long in a mapping class, and that is also not usual for teachers to teach this much long mapping class. उनका काम तो खत्म हो जाता है mark करके, right? But if those people who are dedicatedly watching it, I want you to utilize it to the best, guys, right? And I want it to happen that आप ये utilize कर पाओगे. I know it, right? So ठीक है, यहाँ पर हमने देखा Anglophone region and Amazonian region. This parallelly in the middle of it, this you will be finding Central African Republic. Connected by, can you tell me this country now? You will be able to tell me. Can you tell me, think a bit, Chad? Because over here, if you don't remember, Sudan ke left me, you will be finding Chad. This is the importance of the practice which we have done. Now you will realize it. Over here, Sudan. Over here, South Sudan. Down this, DRC. Over here, DRC parallel Congo. This is particular country you have known, Cameroon. Okay, this you have known. Next, I have told you to remember like this. So you will be remembering that this Equatorial Guinea. This is over here. You will be finding what as this country as Gabon. So this confusion might happen. Gabon, Congo, DRC. Then connected to DRC between Kenya and Tanzania, you have to remember there is Peru countries too. Don't forget about them, because then in the next class I'll be telling you about the lakes, right? So then they will be remembered again. Then this is Angola, this Namibia, and this over here South Africa, Lesotho and Eswatini. Don't forget. This is Kenya, Tanzania, Mozambique, and one go you will be remember. The four countries don't forget over here, guys. That is your, what is this? Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Botswana, and this is Malawi over here. All right. So this is the main countries which have got over. Don't forget. I hope you have not forgot the second line: Western Sahara, Mauritania, Mali, Niger. This is Chad and Sudan, Egypt, Libya, Algeria. Don't forget Tunisia, and over here Morocco, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti, Somalia. Right now, the chaos which is left is of this part. Only 5% is remaining, guys. And over here you will be finding a lot of placer deposits. You will be getting gold, diamonds, all are being, you will be finding over here with respect to these countries. And this is literally a chaos over here to learn them, right? But again, if you have come this far, we will not leave this too. Don't wait for another time. We will be completing it right now, and then we will be revising the whole 54 countries, and so far we have reached. Right? So let us see. For seeing this, I want you to just see this ice cream cup shaped over here, this particular countries. Only focus upon this, guys. First of all, let me know what is this country over here. Niger, capital over here, I have told you. Now see over here, Niamey. Okay, Bamako. Over here, This is the Nigeria. Niger is above, Nigeria is below. The capital over here, you must be knowing, Abuja, right? And this over here, the major country, Mali, you have remembered. Okay. Now the surrounding countries you are remembering. Now you have to learn what is in between them. Now this landlocked country, cap-shaped country which you are finding over here, this is Burkina Faso. Must have heard about this name earlier too. Burkina Faso. Right, and over here below this you will be finding, below Burkina Faso, these four countries are attached. Now these four countries are attached in the form of like this, contiguous to each other. Now this is Ivory Coast or Ivory Coast, right? Or it is also known as Côte d'Ivoire, like this too. Okay, so remember like this only, Côte d'Ivoire, Côte d'Ivoire. And next you have to learn by Guru Tegh Bahadur, GTB. This over here you are seeing GTB, GTB, Guru Tegh Bahadur. That is by G, not Gabon. Gabon is over here, guys. Ghana. T, Togo. B, Benin or Benin. Benin is something else. G will also be added over here. Benin. Togo, Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin and Burkina Faso. In one go you will be understanding it. Let me show you now in the map, clear map. So Burkina Faso, can you see the capital? I don't know what they have written over here. Ouagadougou, Togo, the way you want to pronunciate, guys, you can pronunciate it. But I will not recommend you to remember this. Okay? Forget about it. Côte d'Ivoire over here. Don't remember the capitals over here, just the location. Côte d'Ivoire, which I have told you. Ghana, GTB, Ghana, Togo and Benin. Right, very important. Porto Novo, you must have heard about Porto Novo in your history classes also. Porto Novo. So Battle of Porto Novo. Porto Novo is in India too. So this Porto Novo is the capital of Benin. You should remember Porto Novo is a place over here too. Okay, so this particular part we have seen right now. Let us move ahead and we will be seeing rest of the countries. So see here right now, guys, these two countries, can you see? And between that there is one country. First of all, focus in these two countries over here. Important. This is Senegal over here, Senegal, and in between that you will be finding it as Gambia, not Namibia. Namibia is in over here, Gabon is in over here, Angola, these are confusing names. Gambia is in over here, guys. Okay, this thing should be cleared first of all. These two countries should be clear first of all, but these are having their touch with, can you tell me, the Senegal is having their border with Mauritania and Mali. Okay. Next you see the group of these two countries over here. Only two countries like this. This small country over here and this country, big country over here. These are Guinea. This is known as Guinea over here. Okay, spelling we will be checking. EA. Guinea. Like this. And this smaller country over here is Guinea-Bissau. Bissau. Right? Correct spelling by the map you will be getting. Also, if you the team is posting the link below too, that you have to download these PPTs from the Telegram channel. The Telegram channel will be posted over there. So from there you can take it. And in the last, those who are following it, I'll be giving you my number also. If you want to connect with me, you can connect, right? So Guinea-Bissau you will be finding over here, right? Two countries. Don't forget the Senegal and Gambia over here. Now these two countries are remaining and your Africa is over. These two countries you must have heard about. These are your Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone. For gold, for diamond, you must have heard about that. And Liberia, guys. Liberia. Okay, and then you will be seeing this Côte d'Ivoire, GTB, Burkina Faso. So Liberia, Sierra Leone. Above that you will be finding Guinea, Guinea-Bissau and Gambia, and over that you will be finding Senegal. What's difficult in this particular portion? The difficulty was not there. Let me show you once in the map also, then we are good to go. See this Senegal, can you spot? This is Senegal. See my pointer. In between that Gambia, parallel to that Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, parallel to that Sierra Leone, Liberia, parallel to that Côte d'Ivoire, GTB, above that Burkina Faso. I hope you have understood this, guys. Let me show you in this also. Senegal, Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Côte d'Ivoire. Right? And over here we are done with our countries of Africa, guys. It's great if you have reached up till now and you are seeing this particular video. Do let me know also in the comment that if you are able to do so. But in a few minutes, right, let us just revise it. And now we will be going reverse. Try to go reverse by me. I'll be highlighting the region. Try to tell me that what is this region over here? Senegal. What is inside this? Gambia. When Gambia is coming, so we should not get confused with Namibia. So can you tell me where is Namibia? This particular part. Gabon, this particular part. Right. And over here next to it is Guinea-Bissau. And this is over here, can you tell me? Guinea. This over here, Sierra Leone. And this over here, Liberia. So all these are coastal. Have you found any non-coastal over here, landlocked over here? No landlocked, right? Then these are also 4 countries. Côte d'Ivoire, GTB, Ghana, Togo, Benin. And above that, Burkina Faso. One landlocked country you spotted. Mark it and add it. Burkina Faso, landlocked country over here. Okay, this much is completed. Now these 2 countries I have told you to remember over here, like Nigeria, important, and over here like Cameroon, important. Port Harcourt, Lagos, Anglophone, Amazonia, all these are over here. Then I have told you to remember these particular bordering countries like this. DRC, Congo, over here you will be finding Gabon, and over here Equatorial Guinea. Then going on with these 3. Angola, Namibia, South Africa, Lesotho, Eswatini, don't forget. We will be seeing what is important from there later on. Mozambique, Tanzania, Kenya. Then this is Somalia, small country, Djibouti. Don't forget Eritrea. They have not shown you Eritrea over here. This is Eritrea over here. And Ethiopia. Amhara region, Tigray region. Do you remember Oromia? These are all over here. Pemba, Zanzibar, Cabo Delgado, over here, right? So don't forget these 3 countries. See this over here. This is a better map. These 3 countries, Peru. These 2 countries, don't forget South Sudan and Central African Republic. Don't forget this line, Western Sahara, or come from here, Sudan, Chad, Niger, because up below this Nigeria is there. Then over here Mali, Mauritania, Western Sahara, Egypt, Libya, Tunis, Algeria, and Morocco, guys. I hope you are able to do it, and don't forget this island over here. This is the Madagascar island. Rest of the things, what is this ocean over here? What are the islands over here? What is this place called? Right? What are the straits? What are all the rivers, mountains? Everything we are going to start or study after this. But this was the one base which we have formed, which we have worked hard for this particular hour. Thank you so much for all those who have completed this. Do let me know in the comments also if you like it. If you are doing this hard work with me, I'll be feeling good. Thank you so much, guys. I'll be meeting you in the next class. Thank you so much.